there are so many strategies. I think there is like 18 strategies in real estate, but most people, they just do fix and flip and buy and hold. That's what people know. And once you start to understand more about the tax lien or the tax deed or the lease option or the sandwich lease option, but it's hard to grab everything at the same time. So it's why with my client, it's all about how much time do you have? How much money do you have? How many people can lend you money? And from there, we choose a strategy to learn first. And after that, you learn a second strategy and a third strategy. But don't try to learn everything at the same time. It's kind of the bottom line.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen, and I'm here with Nadine Lajoie. She is an international speaker, #1 best-selling author, and real estate investor. She is a high-performance coach, also known as the motorcycle racer, who sings like an angel. Thank you so much for being here, Nadine.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. It's exciting for me.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get into all of this. And you also have such a full life. You're into motorcycle racing, and you have all these great analogies of how to, put that into real estate. How did you even get into real estate to begin with?
That's a great question, because I was a financial planner in Montreal for 20 years. And when I sold my biggest tax shelter, it was a $10 million tax shelter for $1 million, completely legal, all by law and all that. I'm an actuary by trade, so I like complicated stuff. So all my rich clients, because I was in a bunch of multi-millionaire, and one case got me $125,000 commission, and another one 75 and 35 and 55. I'm like, how you guys made that money? So they all answer me, either they bought real estate and they made that money in real estate, or they kept real estate for tax strategies. So that's why, with my financial background, my actuarial science, and my desire to learn, I decided when I came here in the US in 2008, I went into different real estate investment classes. I said, okay, now I need to learn about real estate, because that's how I will make money and I will save taxes.
Absolutely. And I know tax strategies is kind of the foundation of what you do. And you have a lot that you've compiled. What are some of your favorite tax strategies as you enter real estate?
One of the first strategy that I love is real estate has 4 different aspects. And everybody look at the cash flow, right? You buy real estate, buy and hold, or whatever, you want cash flow, you want ROI, return on investment. But it's only one part of the real estate. The other 3 parts, that's why with my background in finance, that's what I focus the most. And the second one is the amortization, right? You borrow money, the others people money, the famous OPM that we all love. So you have an amortization on your loan that goes down, so you don't use all your money. So that's one of the things. The third thing is the capitalization. because of the way that real estate is done, and you don't pay a lot of taxes on it after all the depreciation and all that. You capitalize on your investment in your asset. And the fourth quadrant is appreciation.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Of course, we have good years, bad years, but in average in the US, I think we get pretty much steady at 3%, 4%, some years 10, some years minus 20, but in average it's about 3%. So I got one of my mentors showed me one of that Excel sheet that shows me those 4 quadrants, how to make 45% with a $0 cash flow. That really brought my attention. And that was in one in my classes with advanced tax strategy, advanced legal strategy at Nouveau Riche. That's how I started in 2010. But I already had a duplex in Montreal since 2003. So it's 22 years I'm kind of in the real estate. And if you add the real estate and the tax strategy together, even in the bad years that we are discouraged because the market is bad and all that, if you think about the other 3 parts of the real estate, that's where you always make money in real estate, even if you lose in the cash flow.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of on the other side, are there things that you see that people do that really gets in their own way? Are there things that people just should stop doing?
Procrastinating, it's one of the major things. And when I took my class, I was trying to develop a network and all that. So at the beginning, I got like 4 different teams in 3 different states, and about like 14 deals, fix and flips in 18 months. And of course, some of them didn't work out well, but I kind of barely never lose money, like touch wood, even in the bad years, because when you get that network, but you realize that a lot of people, they are just talk, and they don't do a lot. So you kind of weed off a little bit the people who are really doer, they are making it. And most of the people, they quit because they don't take action. The paralysis analysis is what kills them. Most people in entrepreneurship and real estate, because I coach in entrepreneurship and real estate, and it's always the basis. Get a business plan, get a plan, get your dreams, but you need to take action one step at a time. And that's where I like my motorcycle racing analogy. When you race, you are kind of in one corner at a time. Stop thinking about the finish line. What is my first step? Where do I put my knee on the ground? Where do I look? So the one step at a time, and you need to dance with your bike, to dance with the rain, to dance with real estate. You dance with the market, you adjust your strategies, and that's how you are able to survive and thrive in the real estate market, good or bad.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you find that people almost get overwhelmed when they try to zoom out too much because it just feels intangible?
Yes, and I think it's maybe the fault of the market, because everybody is thinking real estate is get rich quick. I don't know where did they get that idea, but it's way far from get rich and quick. And they think, oh yeah, we will just do this and that, like a teaching classes. Yeah, but the teaching and the reality is 2 different things. And that's where the people get overwhelmed, because there are so many strategies. I think there is like 18 strategies in real estate, but most people, they just do fix and flip and buy and hold. That's what people know. And once you start to understand more about the tax lien or the tax deed or the lease option or the sandwich lease option, but it's hard to grab everything at the same time. So it's why with my client, it's all about how much time do you have? How much money do you have? How many people can lend you money? And from there, we choose a strategy to learn first. And after that, you learn a second strategy and a third strategy. But don't try to learn everything at the same time is kind of the bottom line.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, you will overwhelm yourself. And I mean, I think you broke it down really well where you take everything piece by piece. So I think another thing that you're really good at is giving practical advice and giving tips so people feel comfortable to make that next step or make that jump into real estate. Calculating margin and ROI is something that a lot of people don't really even know what it is or how to do. So what are your best tips for that?
Yeah, and this is my favorite part because I was in finance, of course, and I took a lot of advanced tax strategies and advanced legal strategies and calculation and all that because everything is in the numbers. I remember the first duplex I wanted to buy. Oh my God, it was so beautiful and I wanted it. And my mentor said, no, put that in your Excel sheet. If the numbers work, they work. If they don't, but the numbers didn't work. But I still wanted to do it. But my mentor, my coach was telling me, no, it's not a deal for you. And later on, I really realized I'm really glad I had that mentor and coach and listened to that person because the ROI and that is, there are so many complicated software out there and all that. Me, I'm a simple one-page kind of girl, right? When I sold that $10 million tax strategies to that client, he said about 10 people explained to me that, but I never understood that at retirement, I will make 89% more money with the tax-free retirement account I was telling him. And my son will get $10 million to be able to buy my business. So I'm a kind of a one-page kind of girl. That's what I did with all the real estate classes and software that I analyze. It's too complicated. Me, I created an Excel sheet. You can analyze 8 deals in 2 minutes. You enter your purchase price, your repairs, your rent, and maybe another number. It's kind of a 4 lines. You do that, and everything is calculating. And of course, we all try to get 25% ROI, but in California, it doesn't exist. So stop looking the needle in a haystack. Is it the way you say it in English? Donc, because I'm French, so sometimes I'm searching my expression. Je parle très bien français. And so that's why the ROI, so the page, you always need to know your DSCR, the debt service coverage ratio, because the bank will not lend you, or a lender, they will not lend you money if you are over 1.2 or 1.25. And now, because the margin are so low, that's why the banks are asking, here in California, usually they're asking 50 or 60% cash down. Remember, like 10, 20 years ago, oh, you buy real estate with only 10% cash down. It barely exists anymore because the DSCR ratio is not there. And the other number that is really important is your calculation of the total ROI. Remember when I talked to you about the 4 quadrant? The ROI, you can have the ROI for your fix and flip strategy. And in my Excel sheet, you also have your ROI if you decide to keep as a buy and hold. So because we can analyze 8 deals in 2 minutes, and also that prints a package for the investor. So I kind of build that in an Excel sheet, and it's really easy to use. But when I went to get to investors, I was saying, hey, I analyzed 40 deals because it took me, 20 minutes to analyze 40 deals.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Here are the top 5 or 6. Which one do you prefer? Depending if you are a buy and hold strategy or if you are a fix and flip, but you always need your exit strategy. As you know, in real estate, you get plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. You always need an exit strategy so you don't have to sell as a fire sale or your loan is recalled because now you are under the DSCR. So there are plenty of software out there. I think they are way too complicated. That's why I created my own with my Actuary class and my financial classes and all that. I was able to create that, and now I'm helping clients to calculate that like really quickly.
That's incredible. That's an incredible tool for people to have access to, especially when they're starting out. I know you said, people expect a very high, like a 25% return. What are some other misconceptions that you see people kind of go into the real estate market thinking in terms of margin, ROI, all of that?
The misconception here in California is pretty bad. It's like people are thinking they will buy $1 million house and flip it for 1.5, and the numbers are so thin here. Like another example of the number that's quick and easy, and I do that in my head all the time. Let's say you got a condo for $400,000, right, here in California. You know the rule about the 1%. That means the rule of the 1% is the best. It doesn't work in California. We barely have the rule of 0.5% here. But let's say you buy in Indiana or whatever, the rule of 1%, if you buy something at $400,000, you need about $4,000 in rent. Here, for $400,000 condo, you will have probably $2,000 in rent, maybe $2,300, maybe $2,400. So it's kind of an easy calculation. So when you're probably like me, you get bombarded every day by deals. But when you really look at it and you put it in the Excel sheet, they are no deal. But once you get used to that rule of 1%, you kind of know, hey, if I'm able to, let's say you buy a 10-plex and it's $2,000 per unit. So now you're at $20,000. So that means you can buy it at $2 million, maybe $4 million at the max. So you see, it's easy to have a little bit of ballpark, I would say, in your head to say, oh yeah, it's worth my time to analyze and spend 5, 10, 15 minute, 2 hours to do my due diligence, or it doesn't worth my time at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think you broke that down really well for people. And I agree. I think that that's something people, have a hard time wrapping their head around. When you talk about these deals with a small margin or maybe a micro flip, what are your best strategies for saving on the budget?
This is a great question, and that's what I love the most because, as I said, I learned a lot. So I learned how to do epoxy because a couple of investors and mentors, they told me, Nadine, you need to learn how to do epoxy. You will save $10,000, $20,000 on your fix and flip on the kitchen countertop or the floor. Or lately, I just did a full bathtub with bedrocks and wall on the spot, like a vertical wall epoxy. So that's one thing because it costs maybe $4,000 or $5,000 instead of $20,000. doing a countertop for a full kitchen might cost, I don't know, $500 in material plus my time. So this is one thing. The other thing too is there are too many fix and flips. The fix and flippers are too many construction people. There's too much competition. Everybody is doing white and gray or white and beige, and it's just boring. Like me, I'm a little bit more extravagant. So I kind of create a little bit my signature here in California, because when I put something on the market, some of the realtor that we had discussion before, or we made a deal before, they call me directly. They say, hey, is it yours? Because I do an accent wall, like a red or blue, like make your listing stand out, right? I always choose also the worst uh, the worst wall, right? With plenty of holes, and you need to patch, and there are not a lot of people who are good patcher and they can sand, and it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 days and coats and drying. So time is money, right? If I have to fix a wall and it takes 5 days with the drying time and the sanding and the coating and the putty and all that, it takes a lot of my money from my pocket. So I take the worst wall, and I have 2 different 3D wallpaper that I discovered. I bought them on Amazon. I tested a few at the beginning. They were not nice, but now I found 2 nice ones, and I save a lot of time because I can do my wallpaper by myself in one afternoon instead of waiting 5 days for a handyman to do my drywall and my putty. So just little details like that makes a big difference. Fixtures, right? You can buy nice fixtures for $45, $50. You can buy a nice sink, like a double sink at, I don't know, $249 with the faucet at $69. So I'm about $300, and I have a brand new sink, and with my epoxy that cost me less than $1,000. Of course, I need to pay somebody to do a lot of things that I don't want to do or I'm not able to do, but I learned to do my backsplash myself, my wallpaper, my accent wall. I'm really good at painting, doing the cuts, because nobody can cut the paint. So instead of hiring somebody, a painter at $60 an hour, I learned how to do my own cuts, and I do it myself. And I like it because it's physical, but at the same time, it's kind of taking my inspiration and my creativity side of my brain. I always like to work with 2 sides of the brain. And that's what I encourage people, because if you hire everybody for every little single thing, your flip will cost you 50, 60 grand, when if I do it, it will cost me 20. So now I'm a good competitor because I know they will fix it for 60. I can fix it for 20, 25. I fix a duplex for 37 in California when the plywood was $45 a 4x8. So people were really impressed, and the result is good because it's different and it has some character, some boldness in it. And it's really not just a cookie cutter kind of deal. That's what I like.
Mhm. Amazing. Wow. You have so many great tips for that. It's very obvious why you're such a great coach and mentor for people. Well, you've given us a lot to work with here. Like, tell everyone where to find you, how to work with you, and how to access all of the tools you developed.
Yes, I created a website years ago, but it's still up to date on how to calculate your ROI, how to, I even have an example, how to make 200% ROI with zero money, like it's a sandwich lease option strategy. So I explained a few different strategies on that, and also the out of state. And now California is really tight, and my next deal probably will be in Florida or somewhere else. Like, I was able to do a few deals in the last couple of years, but this year I was not able to find anything. So how to diversify and how to adjust your strategy for what you need. And my website is winningwithnadine.com. I have a nice 1-hour free coaching there. And I also talk a little bit about some tax strategies that can save you between 92 to 99% of capital gain without the 1031 exchange, because most of the time lately, the 1031 exchange is too hard in California. There is too much competition. So you need to spread out a little bit and get other strategies to make you save taxes on your capital gain.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much for being here, Nadine.
Thank you so much for having me, and see you soon.
Yes, thank you everybody for listening. I hope you got a lot of great tips. I think Nadine has a lot to offer, so definitely check out her website, check out the tools she has, and those tax strategies as well. And we will see you back next time. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.